Okay, so now it's time to bring our baby in. So obviously today I'm not using a real live baby, this is my fake baby Sybil. So she's just going to stand in and keep an eye on things for us today and pretend to be a baby for us. So, as you can see how I've got hold of Sybil, I've already got her legs tucked up and her hands crossed over. She's snuggled into me, she's nice and comfy, she's fast asleep. If you've got a baby with a nappy on or clothes on, this is fine, have them ready to go like this, leave the nappy on for now. What we're going to do now is we're going to move Sybil into position. So, as you can see, I'm very gently going to stand up and bring her over. And what we're going to do is I'm going to be bringing her bottom onto this bit and her shoulders and head up here. So I'm going to bring this over now. And we're going to try and tip her so she's more on her side than directly on her back. So, as you can see, so there's the bottom going on there, and rolling her gently. So if I was holding a real baby, I'd be leaning right in, but I'm trying to stand back so you can see it on the camera. So you bring her over, and we're just going to tuck her into that little position there, and let her feel it. Now, as you can see, in this case I want to just pull that little well around her a little bit more, so she's nice and snugly tucked in. You can see she's gone into quite a comfy looking pose already. What we're wanting to do here is want to make sure that this hand at the back is not tucked down, it's not stuck anywhere, so we're making sure that's out. It can be up by her face, it can come up over her chest, wherever she wants it, as long as it's not trapped down the back. Similarly, this hand, for the moment, it can just rest there, it can come down here, wherever she wants it, but we're just going to leave it up there for the moment. Her head, what we're looking for from her head, we don't want that chin pushing down into her chest. So she's got plenty of clear space there for her airway so she can breathe. And her head is not tipped back like this either, so she's just positioned beautifully. If your baby is sinking in, if you're getting too much down here, we can put a little sock and just roll it up, and we can just tuck that round the back, sneak it under the t-shirt, carefully lifting her into position and tucking it under the back of the neck and the shoulders just to lift the head a little. Similarly, if her head's sticking back, we can take the sock and we can just put it under here at the back just to lift her head into position that way. So, in this case, she's well supported. Okay, the next thing we're wanting to do is her face. We want to not be over here. We want to be able to see her face. So, when you're moving your baby's face, what I want you to do is very gently, flat hands, and very, very gently. Do not force this. We let baby turn. They're going to do their own thing a little bit. Don't force it if they're pressing back on you. Gently, gently, a little rock, and there she is. So her face is now looking up towards where the camera will be. So, the next thing we're looking at now is the position of these feet and this bottom. If you've got the nappy on, this is the time where we're going to be looking to take this nappy off. Your baby almost certainly is going to flinch as soon as you do it. But what we'll do is we'll undo the nappy, keeping that hand, see how I'm resting it there, that's just for comfort for baby because they're going to flinch. So, we're going to ease that nappy and then we're going to tuck it down. We can either peel it back and tuck it underneath, or if we can sneak it out at this point, we'll do so. Baby's going to have moved. We're going to have to return all these hands and face and everything back to where it wants to be. A little gentle hold while they settle. Okay. So now we've got our baby, and we just want to make sure we can't see any of the privates. So use these little legs, we're going to cross the legs over. You can see which works best for you. Sometimes it works best to cross the baby's feet this way, and sometimes it works best to cross the baby's feet the other way. It all depends on your baby's position right now. So once we've got everything covered, and if we're really struggling, don't worry too much, we'll just pull that cloth up a little bit so you can hide things that way a little as well. And you can use one of these towels to just put a little bit extra lift in there to tuck things up. Always under the t-shirt so that we can't see them in the photographs. We're looking at baby's head before. What we want to do is make sure the baby's head isn't going to be tilted backwards and forwards, it's nicely supported. So you can use a sock on this side, just to prop baby's head up that side. And similarly, we can take another rolled up sock and we can pop that one under this side, and that should help hold baby in a comfortable position. What we're not looking for here is clamping heads in, but just offering that little bit of extra support gently to stop them moving. Okay, so we're almost ready to take a photograph. Don't worry too much about creases in the fabric, that's okay, as long as there's some black fabric around them. If you can smooth them out a bit, that helps, but don't worry about it too much. If you think you need a little bit extra support anywhere, this is what these are for. So again, you may find that you want a little bit under the elbow here, just to keep this hand in place. That's fine. This is quite a nice position, or you can position the hand under here. And you might find again, you need a little bit extra support just to hold the hand where you think it looks best. This is quite a nice way to position things. You might need a little bit extra under a shoulder. And there you go. So. You might decide that you want the feet not crossed. She might decide she doesn't want her feet crossed. So we can go with what works best for baby. Don't mind, it doesn't have to be perfect. So let's look at that. That looks like a nice position. She looks nice and comfortable. You'll see where her head is, that we've got the light here, so her head's nearer to the light than her bottom is, which is right. And the light's coming across her face. We've got a little bit of light here, just clipping that cheekbone, which is perfect. That's exactly what we're after. Now it's time to take some photographs.